We're awaiting the 8 o'clock update for Idalia here from the National Hurricane Center because I want to get the latest on where this is making landfall. This is the last camera we have out of Perry, Florida, and they're now getting into the eye wall. You can see the blinding rain, very strong winds accompanying this rain. I don't understand how this camera is still up. This is the last one. The others did go down, but for some reason the power is still on over here. In this particular spot, I know it probably won't last for too much longer. It's really, yeah, they're getting into the eye wall now. Yeah, they're getting into it now. So you can see how the conditions are deteriorating very rapidly here. It's a compact storm, but this is the eye wall. Yep, that's the eye wall right there. A wall of water, very strong winds, and somehow this camera is still up. Don't ask me how. But it won't be for too much longer. We're just awaiting 5 more minutes, and then we can get the latest from the National Hurricane Center on the. I have a feeling this is about to make a landfall right here if it hasn't already. It's just incredible though that again this power system is still holding up. But I don't think it's going to survive this. This is a real pounding. And there's already been reports that there have been thunder and lightning in the eye wall as well. So really, yeah, this is incredible. I'm amazed that this camera is still up. It's not going to survive for much longer. We are watching this, and so you can see the trees if you can. You see they're just moving like crazy. The poles are shaking, but everything, the power is still on. I don't understand how that's even possible. But it's going to be going out shortly. This is the eye wall right here, so this is the most intense part of the storm, and they're going to be in that northwestern eye wall. Because the eye is going to, I think, go just to the east of Perry. And you'll see when we look at the latest radar and satellite in a moment. But I'm just awaiting a few more minutes here. And I just want to see what happens over here. This camera's going to probably go down. But I'll show you all that I can of this storm here. It's really quite wild. This is an eye wall. This is what an eye wall is. It's just extremely torrential rain. Oh, there was some lightning there. Did you see it? And getting lightning with it too. So I'm just amazed that that the power is still on and this camera is still working. I just don't understand how that's even possible. This is incredible. Look at the fort. Look at this. It's like just a wall of water. That's what an eye wall is. It's a very powerful, very powerful. That might be it for this. Nope. Still, this camera's gonna quit soon. I'm telling you. A few more minutes. I think we're gonna have left of this, and I'm gonna want to. We're in a few more minutes here. We're gonna have the 8 o'clock advisory from the National Hurricane Center. So. Yeah, this is definitely the eye wall here. That's definitely an eye wall. Definitely is. Incredible, the force of this thing, huh? Just incredible. All right, I think we're going to go look at the Hurricane Center in 30 seconds here. Looking at the clock here. As it goes to 8 o'clock, we'll have our advisory. You can see the trees just moving. Ooh, lightning! lightning. It's crazy. It's lightning in this thing. It's nuts. Nuts, 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 nuts. This is incredible. We're going to watch this as long as we can. Go over for a few minutes here, because this is going to be the last you're going to see this camera. This is incredible. And I'll make it a little smaller. I know we're kind of in the big view here. I'll make it a little smaller there. But, yeah, it's quite incredible. So, let's go look at National Hurricane Center here. I don't know if that camera's still going to be there when we come back, but let's go to the National Hurricane Center, get the latest on Hurricane Idalia. And the 8 o'clock, so Eye of Idalia is moving just inland from the Florida Big Bend coast. Catastrophic storm surge and damaging hurricane-force winds continue as of 8 a.m. Its location is 29.9 north, 83.5 west, about 10 miles south-southeast of Perry, Florida. Maximum sustained winds has weakened now to 120 miles an hour, moving north-northeast at 18 miles an hour. So we may not be able to call this a Category 4 landfall, but 950 millibars to 8.05 inches. And it is let's see, it should say it is a Category 3 hurricane now. So it's starting its weakening process. But again, let's go to the latest radar now. So it may not be official Category 4 landfall, because it weakened just a little bit as it was making that landfall into. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. The eye wall is over Perry right now. You can see that right there. There's the purple right there over Perry. And we're going to go look at the satellite now. And you can see yeah, eye is inland. The eye is inland. So I think we could say it has made landfall, but it may not be. It may have been as a Category 3 instead of a Category 4 hurricane. Weakened just a little bit when it came in. But let's go to the power outage situation, because that's a lot worse. We have 144,625 customers without power. And in some of these counties, it's almost a complete outage. Like I said, I'm surprised that the power has stayed on in a lot of areas. I don't know which county is Tallahassee. I don't know which county that is. But you can see here a lot of power outages in this area here. Pinellas is also up a little bit as well. So let's go back to that camera. I don't know if it's still working. It's still working. I can't believe it. How is that possible? It's still working. So this is the eye wall right here. That is somehow this camera is still up. I don't understand it. I just don't understand how it's still up. But yeah, the eye wall's pretty much over Perry now, and apparently, whatever the case is, this camera must be right next to the substation, and it's got a transmission line like right next to it. So whatever the case is, the transmission system's probably be able to withstand this. You can see a lot of these cameras are down. Although we do have a few of them up. Here's another one that's another one that's still up. I'm surprised. Nope, that one is down as well. So we have most of them are down, and a good amount of them up here are down as well. On this road here, we're seeing some of them go down as well as the power starts going out in Tallahassee. So it's if we look at the state as a whole, as far as power outages go, city of Tallahassee now has 11,000. I guess they have their own municipal. Clay Electric Co-op, Duke Energy is 44,000. FPL is 16,000. Talquin Electric Cooperative has 15,000. These numbers are going to go up, and it's going to start affecting other states as well. As it moves into Georgia, we're going to see that. So Florida, almost 100,000 people now without power in Florida. Let's go to the observations here, because we now have 77-mile-an-hour wind gust at Keaton Beach, east-northeast, I'm sorry, Perry is now up to 64. In fact, no, that was old information. Perry is a wind gust now to 71 miles an hour. And you can see the winds here. So it looks like it has made a landfall as a Category 3 in Perry. So although it did strengthen to a Category 4, it weakened just before landfall. That's what it looks like right now. But anyway, we're still seeing a very impressive hurricane making a landfall in an area that it's still going to be a record, I think. The strongest hurricane to ever make a landfall in this area. And you can see again these winds here. In east-northeast of 61, gusting to 77. Perry, north-northeast of 49, gusting to 71. Buoys, let's see what we got here on the buoys. This buoy has got a wave height of 11. But the flooding is still going on. We're still seeing a lot of flooding in Sarasota and the west coast of Florida, seeing a lot of, again, a lot of flooding. So let me go. We're going to get out of this area, and we're going to go back to the west coast of Florida and take a look at some of the cameras here as well and show you what's going on. Looks like we have a complete closure now of this bridge here. Yep, completely closed. All lanes closed. Let's see what we've got going on here. We're going to go see what we got. Yeah, looks like the road is intact in this spot, but there are a couple of areas that are not doing so well. Had some wash over here. Let's see if we can find some other areas. Oh, yeah, this is flooded. So we have the flooding going on here. But the other bridge is really where it's getting hammered. That Howard Bridge. And I think we lost one of the cameras. Yeah, we lost one of the cameras for Howard Bridge, where the flooding was. So it might have gotten damaged by the flooding. Should still be able to see from this vantage point, though. Yeah, look at this. So here you go. This is the Howard Bridge, and yeah. It looks like they finally closed both directions of the Howard Bridge. Finally. Yeah, this is fine. It took them long enough to do it. They should have done it sooner. You can see the water has just completely overwhelmed this roadway here. And it's starting to enter that roadway. It's incredible to see this flooding. And again, the high tide is not even here yet. So there's going to be a lot of flooding in the Tampa area. It's actually Clearwater Beach. There's going to be a lot of flooding over here. It is not going to be good at all. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what we got over here. Surprised it's not underwater. It's probably not underwater yet either. Not yet, but it could be. It could be. You know, these areas here. Let's see, this bridge is closed. So a lot of these bridges are shut down right now. Due to the high winds. So all the bridges, I think, are shut down. They're all shut down now at Tampa. So we have all the bridges shut down. I don't see any flooding on the roadway, but it's completely shut down. It's just due to the unsafe conditions of the strong winds. It is completely shut down at this point. Let's see what we got here. So, yep, that's what's going on, and I know we have other areas that are flooding as well in this area here. We're going to just look and see what we got over here. We have some flooding over here going on. Can't really see anything from here. But, yeah, you can see the wind is really just moving. It's still dealing with a lot of wind over there, too. So that wind is taking the water. It's putting it in. This is also closed, so I'm thinking this is also flooded out as well. This whole road is closed here. So I'm thinking we have a flood as well over here. So we have a lot of issues going on right now with flooding in the Clearwater area. It looks like we have another closure over here. Let's see what's going on over here. Is this flooded as well? I see some water there. You gotta remember, they've gotten a lot of rain, too. That's the other thing. We should also look at the rainfall as well before I wrap this update up. Let's look at the rainfall. Go back to the weather and hazards map, and we're going to just take a look at the precipitation that has fallen in the past 12 hours. And you'll see here we have definitely well over an inch of rain in a lot of these areas. In fact, we should really do 24 hours, because that would... so yeah, well over an inch of rain, and plenty more rain is on the way for this area. So anyway, that is going to wrap up this update here on Hurricane Idalia. Once again, making a landfall in near Perry, Florida. And we'll just take one last look at Perry. Well, let's take a look at Crystal River and see what's going on here, because there could be some flooding here as well. And that one's not even working. It's no flooding here, but got a lot of road closures here around Tallahassee. And then, yeah, we have one camera still running at Perry. I don't understand how, but we can look at the eye wall one more time here as it moves through Perry. They may get the eye, I'm not sure. But there you go. I'm amazed that somehow they've been able to keep this camera going. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this update here on Hurricane Idalia. Once again, Category 3 Hurricane Idalia with maximum sustained winds of 120 miles an hour, making landfall right now near Perry, Florida.